Hey guys, it is Sofia aka Sophie from Sofia's Football Talk back with a new video. And for this video, we're actually going to be having a little bit of a discussion on whether or not Manchester United should sign Erling Braut Haaland. I'm going to be talking about what I think is the cons, but also the pros. Okay? The reasons to why we should sign him, or why it will be good to sign him, but also why it probably wouldn't be such a good idea. So if you're interested, then please consider subscribing and let's start the video. Okay, so I have written down some thoughts on my phone right here. So let's start about the fact that, you know what, we all know Erling Braut Håland, son of Alf Inge Haaland, which used to be a former Manchester City player. Um, he has had an amazing ride, you could say, with how important he has been for Dortmund and for the club before that, Salzburg. Um, he is also very important for the Norwegian national team. I myself am a Norwegian Somali, born and raised here, still live here, speak Norwegian fluently, and we do say, I just want to be very clear, we don't be saying Haaland, we say Haaland. Okay? Erling Braut Haaland. Just wanted to make that clear, but it is what it is. So, as a striker, he has been amazing both in Champions League, also for Dortmund in Bundesliga. But the question now is not necessarily whether or not he's going to leave, because let's be honest, he's leaving. He's definitely going to leave this summer. If Dortmund really wants to get their coins, then they should probably sell him now. But the question remains, which club will he go to? I know for me, Manchester United is my favorite team, and I want to be very honest on whether or not I think we should sign him or not. But we need to focus on the pros and the cons, okay? So let's dive more into that. I'll give you my overall thoughts at the end, what I personally think. Okay, so when it comes to the pros, if Man United actually ends up signing him, then I will be happy about that if we also sign other players in different positions. For instance, we definitely, strongly, highly need a center back. We do. Come on. Harry Maguire, Victor Lindelöf does not work together. They don't. Let's keep it 100. Doesn't work. So I am going to talk more about which players we need in different positions in another video, but I just want to mainly focus on the fact that if we are going to get into the race on trying our best to get Erling Haaland, then I think we at least need to make sure that we get another center back. We can get a central defensive midfielder. Right winger could be a great option. But the thing is, that will probably be very unlikely to happen. It won't happen. There's no way that Man United, with the board that we have, is going to buy a striker, a central midfielder, CB, and a right wing. That's not happening. So what I'm thinking, they're probably going to go all in for Erling Braut Håland, but that won't really be the best. But since we are thinking about the pros, if we can get a few other players in this summer transfer window as well, then I'm all for it. Okay, because one of the reasons to why he'll be a very good signing, he creates lots of chances. He has a very strong football intelligence at a very young age. We need to remember, he's really young. But he has it. He kind of reminds me of Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Definitely does. He has kind of those same qualities, a little arrogant, but not in a bad way, you know? Because his performance does speaks to that arrogance in a good way. if that makes sense. He will also be a good provider, meaning he does score a lot of goals. We do know that. But he also has a lot of assists. He does create a lot of chances for the other creative players around him. Also for the Norwegian national team, we know that we can rely on him for that. Not to only score goals, but to also have a couple assists and be important in the overall attack. You know, he's very quick, he's tall, strong, has an amazing stamina, and just an overall greatly built player. All the pros that I want to focus on, but once again, I need to remind you that is only if we get other players, because when we get to the cons, which is a completely different story, okay, the reasons why we probably should not get him, then that I have a lot more thoughts on. If we do sign a CDM and a center back, from me, will kind of give like a green light to, okay, maybe get a striker. But the problem is that if we sign Ali without having any other signings to back him, if that makes sense, let's say he's going to be the only signing that we get this summer, I'm going to be very upset because he, to me, is not going to be the answer to all of our problems in this United squad. We have problems in different positions here. We do. Okay? We are not providing enough for the striker in general. So I feel like if we end up getting him, going to be alone in the box pretty often, I think. And he's not really going to be get provided the chances, the passes, and all of that. Sometimes, but not all the time. And he can't be doing everything himself. The same goes with, as we can see in the example of Bruno Fernandes, he can't do everything by himself. He has definitely helped us become a better team. Of course, what would even United be at this moment if we didn't have Bruno Fernandes? Nowhere. Okay? Nowhere. But one player can't do it all at the end of the day. That's just facts, you know? Also, we need to remember there is a chance that Paul Pogba will be leaving this summer, so there will be another creative player that will be leaving, and a lot more pressure for on Bruno to be providing the creativeness for Haaland, the other strikers in general, because we do have other great strikers. We do have Cavani, okay? The same type of mentality as Haaland, I will say. You know, years of experience, and just very good at finding rooms and stuff. I just don't feel like our midfield is providing enough for the strikers in general. And just for the attacking players. So it depends on whether or not we get, once again, and I need to keep repeating myself, if we get a central midfielder so that Fred and Scott McTominay can finally not be doing one man's job basically, because we literally are using two players in one position that a good central defensive midfielder can do by himself, you know? And I feel like second half of the Tottenham game that we just had really proved how important it is for Fred and Scott McTominay to really be a lot more pivotal in the attacking game. They can't be defending the defenders all the time. They can't be shielding Harry Maguire and Victor Lindelöf, because that's what they're doing. They're basically babysitting our defenders. They are, you know? And I feel like we need to have them a lot more, pushing them a lot more forward. So if we can do that by adding a CDM, I am more than happy to then have another striker such as Erling Braut Haaland in this United squad. I don't see it. He's not the answer to all of our problems. Although a lot of the pundits in the different sports medias do tend to think that Haaland is the answer, or just having a new striker, for instance, Harry Kane, would be the answer for United, but I don't think it is at all. We have other parts of our squad that needs new signings way more than a striker. So I don't personally think we should be going for Holland at all until we fix the different loopholes we have in the overall squad. If we're going to keep it very honest right now, as we are, right? But I'm just going to be diving into something now, okay? A different territory here, just to bring out a couple of examples. So one example is, for instance, the Dortmund signing of Haaland. Okay, I haven't really been following the German league that much. I'd be reading here and there, but I just don't be watching that many games. But I do know that Dortmund might not get Champions League next season. Obviously, even further push Haaland to sign to another club, of course. But the signing of him hasn't even made Dortmund better enough to actually get a Champions League spot. Does that make sense? Like, he has been important to just make them better when it comes to the style of play and stuff. Like, what I'm trying to say is, if he can't be the last puzzle for them to get the Champions League or to get within the top four in the German league, then if we're going to transfer the same thought into United, how is it possible for Man United to think that he's going to be any different in our team? Does that make sense? Because Dortmund is a way better team than Man United right now. They are definitely way better players. We do have a lot of good players ourselves, but to be honest, they are in the Champions League. We're not. Like right now, they currently in the Champions League playing. Okay, they might be going, they might be losing tomorrow. I don't know. But as of right now, they're still playing. We got knocked off in the group stages, unfortunately. But I'm just saying, I don't think Erling Braut Haaland is the answer for Man United unless we fix other parts of our team. So that's basically me saying that I don't think we should be going all in for him unless we can also make sure that we get a CDM, a center back, and also a right wing. That's what I'm proposing, but I'm not the one that's on the board. I don't be deciding these things, but it is what it is. Also, when we look at him on the Norwegian national team, he is definitely our best player, yeah, and he does have other great players around him, but overall, it's not like he is the answer, like he overall can do everything himself in the Norwegian team. Like, no, we lost against Turkey. He was not being provided the chances. He was definitely very anonymous in that game. Turkey, I think, won 3-0 against us. And he was very much not present in that game. The same goes for Martin Ødegaard and other, Norwegian players as well. So I'm just saying, so he's not the overall answer. What I do think, if we're going to be going into, okay, he's probably not going to be coming to United, I don't think so, then which other club will he be considering going to, or which other club will be getting their hands on him this summer? I do have a couple of clubs in mind. The first one for me, I think the one that's probably most likely is Man City. Definitely. I mean, he will probably be the last piece of their puzzle. Okay, because Man City is one of the best teams in Europe right now, the best team in the Premier League, okay, by far. They have been that for several years, which is definitely a bummer. I mean, I really do miss those days when Man United used to be that team, but you know what? We'll get there one day, just not right now. Sergio Aguero is going. We know that. They need a striker. Jesus hasn't really been the striker that they have been lusting for, maybe. I mean, he's still great, amazing. I think that they definitely need one more, and that will be Haaland for sure. His father used to play for City, so he has that connection. And I think if he ends up signing for Man City, it's a wrap. Like, what's the point of watching football at that moment? Because we're gonna be watching City ruling the world, basically. Oh, it's gonna be so annoying, but it will be interesting to see how he takes, that he adapts to the level of the Premier League, which I think he will definitely do in the best manner because he has the overall physique and the mentality as well. He has the stamina, the speed. I think he can be a very important piece to the City squad because they have so many good players. Like, their bench is better than a lot of different teams' starting 11, hands down. Really, they have Gundogan, they have Phil Foden, they have Riyad Mahrez. They have so many different players that they can use as substitutes for every game. I think he will probably be signing to them. Do I want that? No, but it will probably happen. And if that doesn't happen, I mean, I don't necessarily know if they're going to go all in for him because he will be costing a lot. Is it like what, like 120 million or something? I might be completely wrong, but he's gonna be costing a lot of money. So it's not gonna be cheap. Which other team will he be going to then? Maybe Real Madrid? I think that can also be a good match. And I would really like to see how well he will be doing there. We also have maybe PSG, but I don't be seeing him going there. I think he needs a challenge. Don't really feel like the French league is that challenging. It's kind of boring. It's not kind of boring, it is boring. No offense, but it's boring. Come on, it is. Um, I think it's either goes down to City or Real Madrid. One of those two teams. Chelsea might be an option, but I don't see it either. I don't know. And then I also think the reason why I also keep going back to Man United is the fact that I really think our board will go all in for him. I think they would try to at least. But I don't think it's going to be a good idea. I rather want to use that money we would have spent on him to spend on three other players in different positions that we strongly need to fix. So, like I said, my overall opinion is I don't think Man United should sign Haaland. Like, I wouldn't be opposed to it, but only if we can get other players to go with him. And if that doesn't happen, then I don't want him. I want us to focus on other players because he won't be the answer for our squad overall. Can't be so obsessed about one player when we need to fix other parts of our team because this United team, we need to do something different. Bruno has been an amazing signing. We need players like that that will really be the best in each of their positions to lift up the overall team. I don't want the team to be built around one player. I don't want that. I want every player to be challenging each other and to be just best at what they do, you know? So, yeah, that's my overall thoughts. I know it was probably all over the place, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. And if you did, then please make sure that you give this video a big thumbs up. And of course, comment down below on what you think Man United should do. Should we sign him? Or do you think some other club will be signing Erling Braut Haaland? Where do you think he should go? Do you think he should stay at Dortmund for one more season? I don't think that's going to happen, but if you do think so, I definitely want to hear more about it down below in the comment section. And remember to subscribe if you're new here. I will be posting more videos weekly on football related stuff because this channel is of course called Sofia's Football Talk. See you guys very soon. Peace. Bye.